art and creativity are fundamental to our ability to understand and live life and build a future that makes sense. Where do I find my strength? Well, look, I'm really lucky. Like, I have a very cool job. I have great friends. I have a brilliant team I work with. And unlike a lot of people in a world where our access to resources needed to survive is gated on doing productive labor for one or another entity in exchange for wages, my work actually means something to me. So I find my strength in the fact that I have arrived at a place that is really, really privileged, and that I get to, with almost every minute of my waking life, work on something I truly care about, which is not something I will ever underestimate. My message to the creative industry is that the work you do as artists and thinkers and people who are remixing our world in service of being able to mutually understand where we are is imperative to a livable future. It's imperative to life. It's imperative to how we understand each other and who we are. So you need to keep doing that, but I think, what do we do with a world in which that work is being devalued, in which it's being stolen, in which it's being appropriated and spit back out as derivative content paste by giant AI companies? Is we need to figure out how to push back on that and recognize that art and creativity are fundamental to our ability to understand and live life and build a future that makes sense.
Just as a show of hands, how many already use Signal in this audience? Oh.
I love you.
Signal does one thing, and it does it really well. It provides wide-scale, truly private communications in a world where that doesn't really exist elsewhere. And we think that creative people in particular understand the requirement for safe, private spaces for creative abstraction, to explore ideas before they're fully formed, to challenge paradigms, to undermine the status quo and see, can we remix that? Can we reconvene that? Can we question authority? Can we question dominant paradigms? Can we ask a stupid question without fear of being shamed by our boss or our colleagues? And so, no, Signal's not gonna replace Adobe. It's not gonna give you some fancy AI whiz-bang bot, but it is committed fully and totally to providing a space where the vulnerability of creative abstraction, where the vulnerability of asking a question you don't know the answer to and figuring out what you actually think safely is possible. And in my view, that is the core of creative work. So there we are. We'll be there for that.